In order to live a life that we love, we need to love all people. I'm going to say that again. In order to live a life that we love, we need to love all people. And to understand, within reason, there are not good people or bad people. There are not negative people or positive people. There are just people. And all people are doing the very best that they can at this moment in time with the tools that they have available to them and showing you the level of emotional intelligence of where they are at. Now, this can be quite a tough pill to swallow. And you might be watching this thinking about somebody who's wronged you, somebody who's harmed you, somebody who's caused you an exceptional amount of pain, and thinking, Lee, how can you possibly say that there aren't good or bad people after what that person's done? You might be able to say, Lee, how could I possibly love that person after what they've done? So bear with me and listen to the reasoning, because if we are not loving that person, it means we are hating them, possibly with some resentment and anger. Now, those emotions of hatred, resentment, and anger are within us. They are not going to hurt the other person. The other person won't even be aware that they are experiencing them, that you are experiencing them. They will be too busy living their own lives. Let's just take a very simple example. If you're very angry about the way your boss spoke to you today, and you're kicking off and you're telling all your friends and you're ranting, will that be affecting him? Most likely not. He's probably sat at home having a lovely meal with his wife and kids, having not given the way he spoke to you a second thought. So your anger and resentment isn't hurting him. And our anger and resentment only hurts us. One of the great quotes I've always heard is, being angry is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. They don't. You do. Now, the example I always use is being abandoned by my father at a young age. So how could I say he was a good person because of that, or he was good or bad? He's neither. He's just a person who was doing his best. And I've forgiven him from a heart that is full. Because until you can forgive someone, until you can understand that this doesn't condone their behavior, it just means you're not willing to give your energy to it, you will never get to the point where you will free yourself of the memory of the pain, because you will be too busy being angry, which will only affect your life, not theirs. So in order to live a life that we love, we need to love all people. Now, forgiving someone, as I said, doesn't mean you condone their behavior. It just means you're not willing to give your energy to it. And also, forgiveness, as I said, is the only thing that will free you of the memory of the pain. Forgiving even the most horrific of abuse doesn't mean you condone it, but it's the only thing that will free you of the memory of the pain. So you can give that energy to things that are more important. You can accept the lesson and move. Maybe someone has wronged you incredibly, but what's the lesson? They taught you how that made you feel so that you would never make another person feel that way. So they actually improved you as a person. My own father taught me the importance of the role model that I have to play for Logan. So as a result of what happened, I'm an incredible father. So there was a lesson, there was a gift. And I can even say, even though I don't believe what you did was right, thank you, because you helped make me the man that I am today. So this is so important. The quality of our life will only come down to the quality of our relationships, not just with others, but with ourselves. We've talked previously about exercising the love muscle in the love gym, and no, that is not one of my OnlyFans videos. I don't have an OnlyFans. But it's a super strong message. And when we hear people say things like, I don't like other people, I'm just not a people person, that's just an affirmation that you're telling yourself. How about if you switch to, I love all people. People are fun. I understand there's not good and bad people. There's just people, and I love them all. Which is the better energy? Which one's going to make you feel better inside? And whether it's within your job, within hobbies and sports, relationships, goals, in any form of life, there will always be people. How could I possibly say, and I have said this before, I'm not really a people person. Well, good job having, good luck having a purposeful, prosperous career, because every business is based around people. Life is based around people. Relationships are based around people. So if you're not a people person, I suggest you get to work on that, because in order to live a life that you love, you need to love all people. Now, dealing with people and building epic relationships is the key to you living a fruitful life, not just personally, but in business and careers. But you have to understand, it's like a skill. It's like building biceps or building a booty. We have to work at it. It's learned. It's practiced. And we're going to have to go to work on it every day. Now, if you're one of those not people persons who think you can just cut everyone out because people just do my head in, everyone always lets me down, listen to the voice: anger, resentment, frustration. Why do people always treat me like this? I would never treat anyone like that. Good. Because they've shown you how not to be, and you're not them. So stop expecting you from other people. Expecting us from other people is one of the quickest ways to get burned. Also, if you think you can change another person in order to make you happy, good luck, because thinking you can change someone else is the quickest way to be unhappy. But if you cut everyone out, what will you end up? Sad, lonely, miserable. And we are what we tell ourselves. So again, if you've told yourselves your whole life, I'm not a people person, like some people say, I'm not a morning person. Nobody's a morning person. It depends what time you train yourself to get out of bed. Depends how good your sleep is. Depends what time you go to sleep. Depends what your morning and evening routine's like. No one pops out of their mothers a morning person or not. It's a trained ability, just like dealing with people, dropping body fat, building muscle, and working on your mindset. But we've all said this, right? I've said it. I'm not a people person. I hate people. God, all my clients are doing my head in. Honestly, I'm joking, guys. I love you all. But it's generally, we're in a low energy space, aren't we? A high energy person who's loving life and is full of love isn't walking around saying, oh, I hate people. That's a low energy person who's probably not looking after their nutrition, their training, or their mind. But we generally only label people as well negative. I get asked this all the time. How do I get rid of negative people? And people say, cut them out. Well, you can't. You can't cut everyone out. What if the negative person's your husband or wife or your kids or your boss? You're not going to get divorced and leave your job just to get rid of negative people. How do you get rid of negative thoughts? You can't. So we have to allow them, deal with them, learn to love them, and spend more time with positive people. But it's actually not these people. If you are complaining about negative people all the time, negative people pulling you down, what are you being? Negative by default. And you will never get rid of negative thoughts. You will never get rid of negative people. But you are giving your energy. If you are a person that's hating, frustrated, resentful, miserable, angry at other people, what are you giving your energy to? Judgment, bitching, moaning, blaming, complaining. Just the fact that you have an opinion about other people generally means you are blaming them for something. And if you are blaming other people for how you feel, that is a classic victim mentality. Like you are not in charge, like you are allowing them to make you feel a certain way. They are not in charge of how you feel, you are. Trust me, if you want to improve your life, the biggest thing you can start to work on is handling other people, building long-lasting relationships. You know, if you want more love, more happiness, more attention, more significance, more progress, more money, more respect, more status, whatever it is that you want more of, where do all those things come from? If I want more money, where does it come from? Other people. If I want more respect, where does it come from? Other people. Progress, attention, happiness, love, where does it all come from? Other people. So if you're not a people person and you hate all people, how are you going to get any of those things that you desire? You're not. So even me as a coach, to improve my coaching, I need to impact people without being impacted by people. Say that again, it's an interesting one. I need to impact people without being impacted by people. So I need to give, help, support, nurture, show empathy, kick up the arse when it's needed. But every time someone is negative or having a bad day and pushes that onto me, I can't just go, fucking hell, doing my head in. So I need to impact them. Why are they doing my head in? How can I help them? Why are they behaving that way? Again, we've all said this, haven't we? Kids are driving me mad. Kids are doing my nutting. Oh my God. Again, why are they driving you mad? They probably want your attention. They probably want your love. They probably want your support. So rather than thinking, why are people behaving like this? Why are people behaving like this? So what I have to do with Logan, not, oh my God, he's having another tantrum. Why is he having a tantrum and how can I help him without it impacting me? So we're looking to impact people without it impacting ourselves. So is the real challenge what other people think when they behave? Half the time, do we even know? Very rarely. It's generally what you think other people think. Your thoughts about how they are behaving, your thoughts about their actions, your imagination thinking about their imagination. Worry, overthinking, anxiety, that's what we create as a result of it. But very often we always blame people. We never take responsibility. I've spent a lot of time doing this. And Nikki V, check her out. She's an absolute warrior. One of my therapists said to me, repeat after me, Lee. Any pain that I am currently experiencing, I have attracted and I am responsible for. I'll say it again. She made me say it many times. Any pain that I am currently experiencing, I am responsible for and I have attracted. Tough pill to swallow, especially if somebody's hammering you. But it's true. Because we are responsible for how we allow other people to make us feel. That doesn't mean it's easy. It's not. But if we are looking to blame other people, that is a dark place. Because it's never going to lead to new experiences. You're blaming other people to try and make yourself feel better. I experience this very often as a coach. People don't do the work, then they want to blame me. Anyone watching this who's been coached by me cannot deny the world-class level of accountability and support that's provided. But essentially, some people just don't do the work. But they, rather than saying, do you know what, hands up, I didn't do the work. Can you help me? Their ego gets in the way. So then they want to blame, complain, and justify. Why? Because it makes us feel better. I'm not judging or preaching. I've done it myself for years. But if you're looking for someone to blame for what's happened, could you not be instead looking for the solution and focusing on what needs doing? Which one do you think leads you closer to your outcome quickest? If I blame and try and understand why that happened, or I focus on what I want to have happen and what I need to do to move towards it, which one leads me closer to my goal quickly? So we always blame other people, but we have to understand it starts with you. And it's very often not that we don't like, love, or respect, or even trust other people. It's that we want to control them. If only so-and-so was more like me, everything would be all right. Put your hand up if you've said that. God, if only my wife was more like me, if only my wife was more like this, if only my friends behaved like this, if only so-and-so could handle what I have, then everything would be okay. Well, it wouldn't, because they're not you. And again, it's the same theory of quickest way to get burned. Stop expecting you from other people. They're not you. Heard clients rant about this. I would never treat anyone else like that. Well, that's great. That shows you're a bigger, better, nicer person. Be proud. But don't expect everyone to treat people the way that you treat people. Just because you give love, don't expect to get it. We have to give without expectation. Because if we're giving something out, expecting something in return, and we don't get it, how are we going to feel? Angry, resentful, frustrated. So we try to control people very often. We want to control their thoughts, their behavior. We want them to fit in and be like us. Now, virtually stick your hand up if you want to be controlled. If you want someone else to be in charge of your life, if you want someone else to tell you how to live and how to behave and how you should act and how you should dress, I don't think anyone's put their hand up. But then when people don't do what we want, when people don't fall in line with our ideology of how we think life should be, how people should behave, how they should respond, how our colleagues should be, how our boss should be, how our partner should be, how our kids should be, when they don't align with how we want them to be, because we want to control them, because we want them to be like us, what happens when they don't do what we want? We label them negative. We label them difficult. We label them a pain in the arse. We label them bad sometimes, annoying. We say they drive us mad. But it will just go round in circles because they are not you. And we have to stop trying to control other people. Because the more you can handle other people and not let it affect you, and the more you can stop wasting your energy on trying to get everyone to be like you, trying to drag everyone to your table. We've said this many times, be the lighthouse, not the tugboat. Be the shining light of whatever you believe in. We see this a lot, don't we? When people start out on training and nutrition plans and they get a handle on personal development, all of a sudden they want their partner to do personal development every day because they see the benefit of it. People start their own business and they want their partner to start their own business. People start going to the gym, they want their partner to go to the gym. People start eating healthy, they want their partner to eat healthy. You shouldn't do that because you will drain all your energy trying to drag them to where you are. Just leave them be. What's the best way to handle negative people? Don't. Why do you think you need to handle them? Why are you wasting your energy trying to fix them? Focus on your mindset and let them focus on them. You be the lighthouse. You be the shining light. You be in the role model. They want to gravitate towards you and join you at your table, great. If they don't, be okay with that also. Just because you want to go out and do stuff on a Saturday doesn't mean your partner has to come and join you. If they value sitting on their ass watching Netflix all day, leave them be. You be you and let them be them. We're all different. And when you can get in that headspace, what you will find is you will free up so much energy, because think of it, they're here, you're there. The friction, you're constantly trying to drag them to do what you want to do when they don't want to do it. That's where it all goes wrong. So several things we can look at here. And again, this is very often why we struggle with other people. It's going to be some truth bombs. Is it that other people are really driving you that mad, or is it your energy? Is it your state? You're not being very positive, because when someone's so full of love and positivity and focused and drive and they're on their mission, my blinkers are on, other people don't even come into it. However, when I'm hungover, when I've got no plan, when I'm reactive, when I'm stressed, when I've not slept properly, when I'm tired, I'm easily triggered by other people. And I can be a twat. Just like I'm sure you can sometimes. So we have to remember as well, if we haven't filled our own life with decisive action, with a compelling vision, with exciting tasks that we want to get up and run towards, other people will fill it with their drama. When my energy is a 10 and I'm on a mission, I don't even notice other people. And we have to remember this as well. You are not the star of their movie. We waste hours worrying about what other people think about us. They're probably not thinking about you. Too busy living their own lives. It's your thoughts about them that's hurting you, not what they're actually thinking, because you don't even know. Like I said, it's your imagination thinking about their imagination. And when my energy is a 2, 10, I don't even notice other people. But when it's a 2, no plan, no mission, tired, angry, reactive, that's when other people become a problem. So how can we handle this ourselves rather than trying to fix other people or expecting them to change? Well, it's our elite level of self-care. Food, hydration, completing the planner, morning routine, meditation, daily mindset, screen time down, no booze or drugs, cold showers, exercise, sleep, mission. When we're that focused on living the life that we want to live, are we really worried about other people? Or when we haven't really created a mission and we're getting up late and we've got no plan and we're reactive and our energy's crap and we moan and we blame and we complain and we justify and we hate life and we say things like, I'm not a people person, I hate people. What happens? All of a sudden, other people become really important. We become anxious. We overthink situations. We react when really, said this a million times, haven't I? One of the best books ever, Daniel Gorman, Emotional Intelligence. Your emotional intelligence is the point between where somebody triggers you and you react. Just let people be. You be you and you be them. But you will not find other people are that much of a problem when you have filled your own cup and you've looked after yourself first. Your energy, your responsibility. So when you focus on you, living your life, focusing on your dreams, and just plan every day and have it full of exciting tasks that you love doing, and understand that your life, your energy, your dreams, your day is your responsibility, and that other people don't have to agree with it in order for you to be okay. And they certainly don't have to join you in order for you to be okay. That is when you will live a happy and fulfilling life. And a lot of that comes down to having an expectation of yourself, but not having an expectation of others. So again, very often we think, don't we? We want everyone to love us. We want everyone to agree with us. We want our partners to want to do what we want to do. We don't like to be challenged, and we want everyone to experience the same values of us, have the same beliefs, want to do the same things at the weekend, and they don't. You'll have seen this. Anyone who's tried to arrange a lad's night out, a girl's night out, or a hen party, you've got 15 people, they all want to do different things. We are all different. If we're trying to get everyone to just be like us, that's why we're so angry, resentful, and frustrated all the time, because they never will be. But we have this expectation that we want people to fall in line with us. And it comes back to what we said before. We're actually trying to control them for our own gain. And if they don't, as I said, then we label them. Anyone who's worked in a business with lots of employees will see this as the little groups that are all the same, and they all turn off and they all bitch about the other groups. But most of the cause of the suffering here is we're kind of fighting with a reality. And the reality is all other people just aren't like you. And they never will be. So we have to stop trying to achieve that. Stop expecting you from them. I am me, you are you. I am the star of my movie, you are the star of your movie. And when we just focus on our own movies without expectation for others, and we understand that other people are just doing their best, and we accept the lesson and we leave them be, and we don't try to challenge or change them to get them to agree with us, then we will live a life that is free. Now, I didn't nail this straight away, guys. I promise you. As I said, I don't want to be a preacher. I've had more struggles and troubles than most of this group put together, but for 20 years, okay? Almost, maybe not, maybe 15 years, I played the victim. I lived where many people live now, learned hopelessness. Everything happens to me, not for me. Everyone lets me down. No one ever works as hard as I did. Burned business partnerships to the ground because business partners couldn't keep up with what I was doing, didn't do things my way, weren't like me. And doing what I'm doing now, I love to be center of attention. I love to be made significant. But it has to come to a place where now I don't rely on other people for that, because it makes me feel good. But if I rely on other people to make me feel good, what happens when they don't deliver? I feel let down. And the reality is, guys, this is the point that's going to maybe trigger you, maybe piss you off. Maybe you'll want to disagree with it. And that's okay, because we are not one. I am me, you are you. We don't have to agree. We don't have to align. We don't have to fall out. You don't have to be angry at me if you don't agree, even though I'm right and I know it's the truth. And you need to understand this. So I love attention. I love being center of attention. I love being on stage. I love scoring tries. I love posing on a stage in a sparkly thong. I love coaching. I love being on the news. I love being in newspapers. I love attention and affection. Why? Because it makes me feel good. But as I said, I've learned to now not rely on other people to make me feel good. So I can get that myself through self-love. But yes, which group of other people trigger me? Other people that love being center of attention. Because deep down, sometimes I know it's not ideal. And this is a great example. Different type of attention, this. But Steve, my friend, and I were in the gym and we were quietly training away as your early 40s, mid 30s guys do, keeping ourselves to ourselves, chatting, you know, dressed reasonably sensibly. And there's a couple of young lads clearly on the old loony juice, training in the gym, tiny little vests, nipples out, virtually naked, grunting and groaning and throwing weights around and having really large, you've all seen these lads, I call them Tessa testosterone, doing as much as they physically can to try and get attention in the gym. You've seen the same guys around the pool, and yes, I was that guy. Dive bombing when you're on holiday in Kavos 1999, all to get attention from girls. I turned around to Steve and I went, Jesus Christ. Does someone want to tell them two roided up idiots over there in their stringed vests that making stupid noises, being half naked in the gym and seeing how much attention you can draw to yourself doesn't build muscle? And then my brain clicked. It was like looking in a mirror of myself 15 years ago, doing exactly the same thing. And I didn't like myself very much then. So I was seeing a mirror image of something in me that I've either dealt with and moved on or still haven't dealt with, but either way, didn't like. Most people that trigger you will be the polar reflection of you. Almost 99 times out of 100, when we hate something in someone else, it's something within us that we haven't admitted or that we haven't dealt with, or maybe something that used to be in us, that situation that we haven't dealt with. Again, sometimes needy people annoy me. I am a needy person. We are always mirrors. People who push your buttons, test you and annoy you, trust me, are your greatest teachers. There will always be a lesson when you can understand that life happens for you, not to me. It might be that person is, look at the situation with my dad again. He was showing me how not to behave, showing me how not to be as a father. As a result, there's a gift. I'm an incredible father. So I can say thank you. But we have to accept our own behavior, but then be accepting of others. Like I said, don't condone it, but I get it. I don't know what he was going through then. Nor can I ever begin to understand. He just lost his wife after all. And he was just doing his best. Anyone that's ever done anything, even the most evil of people, was still just doing their best. But our happiness, as I said, is our responsibility. And even if those people are doing serious wrongs, they're just showing you where they're at. So the next time you want to react, you want to get angry, you want to kick off, you want to blame, you want to bitch, you want to slag someone off, run yourself through these few questions that I've written down. Is this really worth my time? By getting drawn into this argument or being angry, frustrated, or resentful at other people, their opinions, their thoughts, or their actions, what am I going to gain from it? Yeah, that thunder. Scared. Frankie's off. Number 3. Will being angry, resentful, frustrated move me closer towards my dreams and goals, or will it move me further away? Is my anger, resentment, or frustration or negative feelings about other people going to produce a positive outcome? I'll say those again. Sorry, we've just had a huge thunderstorm and Frankie is now going crazy. Is this worth my time? So the next time you struggle with other people, their opinions, their thoughts, or you're generally angry, resentful, or frustrated towards another person about their behavior, their actions, is this worth my time? What am I going to gain? Will it move me closer towards my goals or further away? And will there be a positive outcome? I almost guarantee you it will be a no, 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 no. Being angry at my dad, is that worth my time? No. What am I going to gain from being angry at him? Nothing. Will it move me closer towards my goals and dreams? Absolutely not. It's going to waste and drain my energy. Will there be a positive outcome? No, not ever. The only person that will be hurt will be me. As I said, being angry is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. They won't. You will. So if the answer is no or not to all of them, don't do it. Don't respond. Don't waste your energy. Most often when we're wanting to deal with other people, there's nothing to deal with apart from our own thoughts. So just walk away, crack on, and then think about, right, what outcome do I want? What do I want to have happen next? And how do I move towards that now? Maybe someone's ripped you off and you're never going to get your money back. Is putting all your anger on energy on hating that person, arguing with them, slagging them off, doing a Facebook post, telling everyone you know what a rip-off merchant they are, is that going to get you your money back? No. Could you have wasted all that time and energy working on your own business to make that money back yourself? Yes. Which one's going to lead a positive outcome? Of course, the second one is. But we have to be realistic, guys. Just move on, move forward, leave them be, let it go. People lie. We're never going to like it. It's never going to feel good. People cheat. People let us down. People are see you next Tuesdays. Some people are evil, twisted FUCKs. We're never going to like it because it doesn't meet our expectations. But what do we gain by dragging it out? What do we gain by arguing to prove we're right? What do we gain by trying to win? You know, it's not about you. You are not the star of their movie. You are the star of your movie. I've had it my entire life in this business. Snaky PTs trying to nick my clients. Herbalife, Juice Plus, Weight Watchers, Slimming World. Can I swear on YouTube? Dickheads. Joining my plan, getting a result, and then saying that they got that result on Herbal Juice, whatever it's called, Herbal Juice Plus, Weight Watchers, or Slimming World. There's someone on my Facebook right now. Signed up with me, did a transformation. She's now trying to sell shakes off the back of her transformation she did with me that didn't include any shakes. Zero integrity or honesty. It's me getting angry about it. Is it worth my time? No. What am I going to gain? Nothing. Will it move me closer towards my dreams? No. Will there be a positive outcome? Never. So again, let's switch it. Just let it go, Lee. What outcome do you want? What would I gain by doing a post to drag that person out? And what's the phrase that people use? Calling people out. People do so, I'm going to call so-and-so out. How is calling someone out going to help my son's future? It's not. And it's never about you. Does it make me angry anymore? No. Does it, Fog? You saw the post about old Clinty boy this week. I appreciate they're just doing their best. Maybe said person is struggling to feed her kids. And she was offered an opportunity. And she made some decisions that weren't great. But essentially, she's got kids to feed. She's not bad. She's not evil. She's not negative. She's just doing her best. She's trying to earn a living. Does it have any integrity? No. Is that any of my business? No. Do I care? No. Is it going to improve my future? No. They're just doing their best. I'm not okay with it, but I'm not going to waste my energy on it. I could help another person change their life with that energy. Like I hope this video changes yours. And it's that simple. That's how we deal with them. We don't. There's nothing to deal with. Stop focusing on other people and focus on your energy, your dreams, your loved ones, your emotions, your life. Always focus on the man or woman in the mirror. Because if you don't love yourself, as we discussed with the love muscle and the love gym, then you don't have the capacity to love anyone else. This is why so many relationships go wrong. Because they're looking for someone else to love them because they don't. And it all starts with you. Work on you, your goals, your future, your energy, your life, your mission, and make sure you are firmly focused on playing the leading role and being the superstar of your own movie without worrying about other people, because other people's opinions and other people's thoughts and other people's actions are not only never about you, they are none of your business.